the master lock.
I've never said that before in your life.
Back in high school, I swear they did.
Oh,
All the
he's
girls called me that.
He's in the tower.
Where?
All the girls
where?
called me that.
Right here, right here, right in front of me. Yep. Yeah, see,
Rob that kill,
over
thank you.
Dude, stop robbing kills, bro. This is not a kill race. Oh.
Good night, good night.
That's what all the like
They called you Pee Wee Herman.
the
That's what they called you.
cheerleaders called me master lock.
No, they did not.
I swear they all of
No,
them.
they didn't. No,
All
they
the
didn't,
varsity
bro.
cheerleaders.
What's going on? It's your boy Clarky Do with another video for you guys. Got a little video. It's a little mixture between Warzone and Cold War. I hope you guys like it. It's not my best, I'd say, but it's pretty good. Hope you guys enjoy. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Well, let's get down to it.
It's all on you. Stay focused and take the win.
Down one on the sail roof. Oh, shit. Got them both. Down one, got people on the hill right there. Down one. Down both. I gotta clip those, I'm sorry.
Nice shot.
Oh, there it is. Down them.
Ooh, video.
Down them. Ah, I got him. What is going on, you guys? It's your boy Clarky Dude back with another video. It's a little sniper montage. Hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
Pushing, he's pushing.
Inside.
Pushing. On you, on you, on you.
No way.
Help, 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 help. No way. Unless I've seen it late.
He's definitely one on us. He's not. Oh, hold on. Damn it. Come on now, really? You try to run up on me like that?
Oh, fuck. He's in the building, right there. In across from you. The building across from you.
That one?
Hold on, I can't even do. That building right there. Still a good position, in the highest position.
I know, that's why it's slow flank that way. Bitch, yes sir. He went behind green. Oh. Crack. Downed.
His teammates right here.
Down one on the roof. Team in here. I'm down two.
Downed him. Fished him.
Knocked one right there. Finished.
Bounty target is down. Well done.
Fucking air. Are you serious?
Fire sale is active.
I'm in
Fire
their
station
sight.
is under adjustment.
They're on the move.
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
Marking location for
Where?
airstrike.
This is Loader 2-0. Good copy. Buster strike away.
Heli.
One down.
Full, and he'll have some words for forensics. Forcing the issue on the flank. He's inside of the paint, and that's going to be 5 in a row. How about 6? On the fence, Funky.
There's 2, there's 3.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The last day of qualifiers before the Optic Texas Major, and this matchup right here is going to be a banger. Before we went to that break, Allie tried to poke some fun at me, so do your best Valley impression and introduce
No,
us to the team.
I am weird. I'm just gonna say Boston like a normal human
Boston.
being. No, stop.
Yes, now the Boston Breach will face off against Optic Texas, two teams that have made waves so far this season. And Nameless, I'm really excited, but Boston, what they've been doing so far, flying under the radar, being highly successful and explosive at the same time. I mean, we all didn't expect this, but like the London Royal Ravens, they're in the mix.
Yeah, they're in the mix. What we saw to them was fantastic search play throughout most of the Major 1 qualifiers, but in that last match, they lost 2 of them to the New York Subliners, which is just simply unacceptable. These guys, they have to be an excellent search team. We've yet to see them play Desert Siege. It seems to be their auto veto, so I'd like to see them mix that in before the Major.
Okay.
But like I said, in this series, they just have to win 1 map to land a spot in winners, is what we were told. So they got to get one of them, Belly. I don't anticipate them winning this, but they got to get a map.
Yes, now when it comes to the game field keys of victory, what does Boston have to do?
Well, they got to bounce back from 2 S&D losses yesterday. They're still #1 in round win percentage, which is actually mind-blowing. They lost those S&Ds fairly close yesterday. It was 6-5 in the first one, 6-4 in the game 5. They were really close. They just need to close them out. And smooth sailing if you win rotations. Optic is 12th in hardpoint break percentage, and Boston actually was struggling with their rotations yesterday, so hopefully coming today they tighten those up and get the edge versus Optic Texas when it comes to hardpoint. And they need more slaying from Nero. He was the only player negative in the loss yesterday. 0.89 KD on the season. That's going to be a round man for this squad, so hopefully we see him step it up today.
You know, they're going to have to step it up because all of these players, they've been phenomenal, and them going into this Major strong with a little bit of fire behind them is the Boston Breach that we would love to see, right? Big Cap doing his thing. TJ's warming up, but TJ has been a topic of discussion because of just his past and what he's currently bringing to the table. The man's been going off.
He has. He's been consistently a really top slayer for this squad, which I feel like was surprising for everybody across the board, and also Methods as well. Yesterday made a lot of clutch moments where it really kept Boston Breach in the series against Optic Texas, and the hardpoints, they weren't even close. They smoked them out. It was really the control in the SCDs where they struggled. So going into today, I'm hoping to see the Boston Breach we expected to in the series yesterday.
Yes, now the team they're going to be facing off against are Optic Texas. Now, hey, for those of you at home, trust us here on the desk. If we make a prediction against them, the fans are going to let you know this team is the best. They're never going to lose, yada, yada, yada. I had my boy Diesel even tweet at me. But the thing is with this team, yeah, they had a rough start to the year, but they're picking things up slowly but surely now. Shotzzy popping off before. Illy stepped up in a big way, and you love seeing that.
Yeah, I love seeing it. He's been the player for me that's been the X factor. He's been playing so well. Optic Texas in that last series, they answered a lot of our questions when it came to search and destroy and also control. It's been great, honestly. That's the guy that we need to see step up, and it's made Shotzzy play better. We've seen Scump step up in the search and destroys as well. So Optic Texas looking really scary now going into the major.
Yeah, and going into this major, this is what they're going to have the home team advantage. You know what I'm saying? All the green wall are going to be there. We saw it at the Kickoff Classic, but when it comes to the game field keys of victory, Optic has to go big because going into their own event, they want all the momentum on their side.
Yeah, you know, landing a spot in winner's bracket, obviously that's huge. But for the game field keys of victory, X Factor Illy. You know, we talk about it, 7-0 maps where he goes positive. So clearly there's a correlation there. And then have to win first bloods versus an elite S&D team. Optic is last in first blood win percentage. So they know exactly what they need to do. It's just slowing down and getting that first blood. And if you don't, obviously it's not working. So moving on to the next one, continue to find success winning rotations. Now, they don't have a great break percentage, but they're second in rotation win percentage and hold percentage. As long as they rotate and set up, they're doing well on the hills, right? So try not to get in a situation where you have to continuously break.
Yeah, and those stats are really interesting. Shout out to Carson once again. Basically, let's call it the hoop factor, where whenever he went positive, the team won, and we saw an example of that yesterday. And seeing that right now, Optic, they're going to have to strike fast, they're going to have to strike hard, and they're going to have to be super good to beat Boston. They're not an easy team to play against.
No, not at all. And I really think it's going to come down to the hard points and controls when it comes to this Optic Texas team. They're going to have to continue the rotational investment that they have been putting into these series. Yes. Once again, they are 12th in breaking percentage, so they have to continue those early rotational gunfights, as well as surprising opening offensive wins in control. We saw it yesterday on Tuscan when they take B points immediately, and that's what really gave them the edge in that series. So we need to see that again today.
Yes, now it's time for pick'ems. Nameless, Boston or Optic, who's going to wear green better today?
I think Optic Texas are going to take it. Honestly. Okay. I didn't like what I saw at Boston in that New York series. I think Optic takes this one.
No. Allie, how you feeling?
This is probably the hardest pick'em
What is your heart telling you?
I think Boston's going to breach the green wall.
Okay, there you have it. Boston's going to breach the green wall. So we have Optic Texas with Nameless. We have Boston breach with you. I'm going to be honest. This is a coin flip matchup. I like both of these teams a lot. Optic looked phenomenal last time we saw them on screen. Boston, not so phenomenal last time we saw them on screen. But the entirety of the year, they've been great. Me, I'm going 3-2 on the side of Boston, only because we've seen more from them. And Optic, they're phenomenal. Oh, a little coming in from Allie. Let's get it. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to toss this over to the commentators. It's going to be the battle of the green, man. It's going to be a fun one. Lando and Steady, how you doing today?
Oh, we're doing great, Val. It seems like you guys are doing quite well also. Are you feeling okay? Both going for Boston?
Lando, I didn't want to say it, but these guys got to be.
I love chaos, man. I'm going to look at Twitter and have like
100%,
notifications.
I'm going to remember this. I'll remember this.
Twisted.
We'll revisit this. Listen, we'll revisit this at the end of the series, and we'll see where all the chips end up laying out. We've had that happen a few times, but who knows what'll happen in this one. I mean, what, Jay? It's the final day of our Major 1 qualifiers. To be honest, anything has the ability to happen. If you're an Optic fan, you're sleeping well at night. You're going to be in the winner's bracket at your own major, but Boston, they've got to win one map. Buddy, do you think it could be this one?
I think it definitely can be this one, because on the side of Optic, they've only had the chance to play this once, and it was at the kickoff. They ended up losing that match to the LA Thieves, 250 to like 217. It was really close, and one player that really struggled was Scump. He sat at like a 16-25 stat line, didn't have a hot start to this game. So now that Optic are coming into a Gabutu hardpoint off the rip, I'm looking at Scump to be that player with the AR in his hands to really step up. They have to make sure that their rotation's on point, because like the Death said, they're last when it comes to breaking into hardpoints.
Yeah, without question, my friend, Optic have already sealed their fate, and we'll go ahead and leave that pun for later. Often into the hill we go. Big hill off the rip here on Gavutsu, and it is the Breach controlling things quite nicely as Capsule will be sent flying over towards the beaches. Meanwhile, it's Nero on the flank. How about this start for Breach? Constantly slaying out as now they'll finally capture the hill once more.
This has been a great break off to start this game for Boston. Uncontested for the time being until one player from Optic, which is going to be Dashy, trying to finesse his way around. 15 seconds left. You have to start thinking about that rotation. Dashy trying to do everything he can to stay alive, but unfortunately he does get traded. But now this is where that rotation gunfights are going to come in. Number 8, which is going to be Scump, is going to be here first.
Yeah, Scump looking to try and change up the KD on Gavutsu. Hardpoint, as you said, partner, did not have a great performance versus the Thieves whenever they played this map. We'll see if he can look to try to turn things around. Off to an 0-3 beginning, but at least for him, it's his good old duo. Shotzzy off to a 3 streak as Optic Texas have reclaimed control back over toward Bolt. They get the 3-for-1 trade, and now they have got time inside of P2 for the moment. Breach looking for their opportunity, looking for their chance to seize the moment. As TJ will be the first one to break on in. Trade still fresh and out there. Optic will reclaim the advantage as Illy now enters into 5 in a row.
So far, Optic, they've been in control of this game when they were able to contest a good chunk of time towards that P1 and basically dominate this P2 hardpoint, forcing all of Boston to continuously spawn towards the back hill. But with Boston picking up that 2-piece in the feed, they're able to flip these spawns. Now spawn back red tower. Scump has to try to go big on the backside to flip these spawns.
It was a great play originally, right from Capsule, to sort of push through Beach just to ensure that the Breach will have the advantageous spot off the rip, but it's Illy who's there to take him down, sitting on 6 in a row. He finally drops, but that is a good sign, Jay. If you're an Optic Texas fan, Ant called Illy the X factor for this team. The way that he is beaming off the start of this map, it's got to be a sign of good things to come.
Sheesh, especially when they're starting off like that. That's going to be another 4 dead. Now this is going to force Boston to start thinking about that rotation, because this hill is not going to be easy to break in. 30 seconds left. Methods does connect with that nade. Nero does find 2. So now with this remaining 30 seconds here, they should be able to get on this point, but you have to start thinking about the rotation. TJ trying to make a play on the flank, unfortunately gets taken down.
Yeah, we know it, right? Gavutsu is all about those rotations. I mean, every hill outside of maybe P2, I think based off of our stats, Carson can confirm that with me, but I believe outside of P2, every hill almost acts like a money hill, and these next 2 upcoming can absolutely dictate the way the score will look, as Texas will, despite a few pesky plays out of the Breach, trying to make their way into the flank. Optic will hold on to those spawns for next. As player 3 trying to sneak on through, specifically that's going to be TJ. Meanwhile, over at P1, it's a duel, 1 from the Breach, but that's the only fight that they're going to take. A solid wave stopped early for Texas.
Yeah, and you have Optic all spawning out towards Cliffside. So they're going to start thinking about a player approaching the backside for Boston, but they're just moving so slow. They're able to set up this crossfire. TJ finds that first kill onto Scump. Nero does find the second. So now the attack's going to be from the front side. What can Optic do? Dashy takes down the first. TJ trying to take down the both of those players, but Illy able to come out on top in the trade. And with 25 seconds, Optic's still going to be spawning in the back. This is the best case scenario right now for Boston. If you can get this time, you're going to continuously spawn Optic all the way across the map from that P5 hardpoint. That's how they get back into this game.
Yeah, right. It's the one little advantage, right, that you have, even though this spawn is so difficult, so sticky, as we like to call it in Vanguard. It can work out in your favor, even if you are attacking it. Why? Because that obviously that team is going to stay back there. You have the ability to reference on back and focus for that next hill. Farthest pushed up player is going to be Illy toward the top side of your map as he looks to try and work around for spawns. Off to a great start. His shout out Illy, man, 13-6. Austin with the early seconds. TJ locking down the time, but it's just a matter of moments before Optic look to try to seize on in. That's going to be 1, make it 2. How about the third? Method's the last player alive, and he gets dropped as well. Optic break on through, and now they have got a good position with 30 seconds left.
And this is great to see out of Optic. And one thing that I really took away from their Toronto series was just their teamwork, especially in Search and Destroy. You can just tell that their communication is starting to click. Right there, they put themselves in a situation. They said, hey, we're not going to attack this from frontside ship. We're going to go all the way around the beach side, flip those spawns, and then eventually allow us to break in towards that P5 hard point. Those are the little adjustments that Optic have made since the beginning of the year till now, and they've definitely shown improvements.
Yeah, without a doubt, my friend. That's the little things that you want to see, right? Coming into the major that you want to see adjusted. It's the little things. It's the little things coming into the major where those things can absolutely be exploited. We've got 50 seconds left over at P1. Let's step aside and see how the comms sound. Let's go to a listen now with Optic Texas.
I'm hitting up. All good.
He's count super.
Yeah, chowed it, Nero. He's hurt. All good. Still P1.
Yo, one's like
Take
ship
time out.
cutting.
Hold right here.
One ship.
Hold right here.
Yeah, ship cutting.
All good.
One's already pushing. He's pushing me rock.
Teach killed me cutting.
Do you have a chase?
Right.
You really nice.
Nice. Deep outer.
We should row.
Yep.
Teach gonna be P3. Or like P5, I think.
Big one P5. I'm seeing P5. Nothing low cage.
Could be in our in.
Let's go quick. I don't see Teach. Push through.
Yeah, he's top left ship.
I don't see him. Still there. I'm going.
I'm nading it.
I don't see anything middle.
I need a top one.
Yeah, beat him in as well. Beat him.
Got one. One more teach.
Beat him.
He's there's a top one.
There's a top one. I'm playing my life. I'm hitting this with you. Hit ladder with me.
Yo, really weak teach. He's other guy's low cliff. That's not check right.
One shot teach top. Absolute. And one's low.
I'll get top left. I'll get our top left. Yeah. More, yeah, one's top. He's beat him actually.
I'm pitching.
Yo, one's P5 cap.
You have two there. I got P5. They're off. P5 cap still somewhere? I'm not coming, guys. One's P5. One is P5 still.
I'll see P5.
It's in absolute. Their side hill. He's like their hole. It's in their hole. One shot. Yo, we don't know where cap went. We're looking for cap.
What's their hole, guys?
Are you looking for cap this time?
He's on timer now.
I don't see him time. And one's top green behind us.
There's one more top on me.
Top absolute P5.
Top teach. Dead.
Nice. Yo, so go this time. All good. So go this time.
I have P1.
Yeah, keep holding P1, Brandon.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep. Yo, hold your beat on.
Keep beat on me.
I went to Ivy ladder. Nothing beat him. Yeah, I'm coming P1, Brandon. I'm coming quick, Brandon.
beat him. Pinch me P1 cap. P1
What's up, everybody? Paul here from Stream Geeks, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to create custom countdown timers inside of OBS for your Zoom meetings. It's going to look a little bit like this. I've prepared some really awesome files to make it look good and manage everything directly in OBS so that you can create whatever countdown timers you'd like quickly and easily, and then bring that into your Zoom meetings using OBS. Let's get started. All right. Well, the first thing I need to mention is that over the past 28 days, 92% of our viewers here on YouTube have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel. So help us out. It really makes a difference. Click that subscribe button. You guys can use. These are 3 images that I'm going to show you guys. To bring anything in OBS directly into Zoom or any video conferencing software that you're using. That's important. Now let's start by adding the camera. Let's start by adding an image. Now we'll call this clock background, and I say and these timers in any video conferencing software like Skype, meeting countdown time. Make it just a little bit smaller when we come up here, and this is just going to let people know when they're joining your meeting when the meeting starts. Now we do need to create a text file that is going to be used for time. I already have one here. We're just going to call it time, and time is a piece of text that we can use. Now, because I'm already using it in another file, I'm going to call it time2, just so we have a unique one to start fresh with this tutorial. Now, I'm going to write time right here. I'm going to kind of move it into our clock here. You can see that you have a lot of different options for selecting font, changing things around. So I change the time to a little bit more fun font. We can change the color, but white is fine for this. There's all kinds of great options for outlines and all kinds of stuff that you can do. We can even do a gradient, which can look really good as well. But for this tutorial, I think white is fine. You can spend a lot of time playing around with the color and the font and everything like that, the sizes. But for now, this is fine. So there's our time. We're going to put it right there in the middle. And the next thing you're going to want to do is you are going to want to go to streamgeeks.us/countdown. And there is a file which you can download from GitHub, and it includes the countdown timer script that you need. So this is the script right here, and I already have it on my computer. I'm going to show you how to use it, but you got to copy that script onto your computer and then use it with OBS. You just go up to Tools, you go to Scripts, and then I'll add it one more time since I already had it in there. And you literally just hit the plus button, you click it, and as soon as you do so, you've got this script that you can use inside of OBS to manage your timers. This is called the Advanced Timer Script. Now, it's in seconds, so if we wanted to do 5 minutes, we would do 300 seconds. Count up mode, a specific time, a streaming timer. Now, when you do text name of, hit start, you can see here it starts the timer. Now, if, for example, we wanted to do 1 hour and 2 minutes, we can do that as well, which makes it a little nicer. Now, the problem with this is that we really just need the minutes and the seconds for what we're doing here. So we do need to go into the title, go to filters, and we need to crop off the sides. So we're going to add the crop pad there, and we're going to crop off 300 pixels. Is that enough? I think it is. Off the side of this timer. It's a little bit too much. Just to get rid of some of those extra seconds. Let's do 200. 200 is too much. 250. 240. 240. Okay. Close. Now we've got our timer, and that's it. You literally can now use the Tools, Scripts section of OBS to now manage your timers that you're outputting into Zoom and other locations using this tool here. Again, you're using your virtual webcam output in order to do this. So I hope that that was helpful. A lot of you were asking about this. I'm also going to make a video on how to do this with vMix. And of course, everything is explained step by step on our blog. So take a look and download the files that you need to get started. Thank you for watching, and hit that subscribe button if you'd like to see more content from us. Bye.